You don't have to be an air travel expert to know an East Coast hurricane can mess things up all around the United States. Rally Caparas is an air travel expert, and he's joining us now live from the CNN Center in Atlanta with an airline update. What kind of mess are we in as far as the flying public is concerned, Raleigh?
Well, Wolf, it's basically a massive shutdown. Very few airplanes are making it off the ground and into the major airports in the Northeast. Take a look at Reagan National Airport. That's the last tower that was an air traffic controller, as a matter of fact. And usually, about this time of the day, you'll see airplanes crisscrossing behind that tower. Not today. Let's take a look at why. FlightExplorer.com is showing us somewhere in the neighborhood of 5,000 airplanes in the skies, but there are no airplanes on the immediate Atlantic seaboard from Myrtle Beach all the way up to Newark's Liberty Airport. There are some airplanes landing in New York, but very few. Here's what's happening for you. Suspended operations, indefinite delays can be expected at Myrtle Beach, Wilmington, Raleigh-Durham, Norfolk, and Richmond. Soon to come, Charlotte will join the fray. They'll start to see some major delays as the winds push towards that airport.
All right, Raleigh, before I let you go, there could be an enormous ripple effect around the country, not only in the eastern seaboard, but in the south, the Midwest, even the West Coast, because of equipment. If planes aren't taking off in certain parts of the country, there could be delays elsewhere as well. Have you heard about these problems developing already, or should we just brace for them?
Wolf, we may as well just assume that this is taking place. If an airplane gets stuck at Reagan National Airport, it can't depart because of the winds, and it's supposed to be at Atlanta at a certain time so that it can take its flight or load to Los Angeles. If that plane doesn't get there, then that's the reason for your delay in Atlanta. So you can expect this to go much wider than just the Atlantic seaboard. You will start to see delays as far west as Los Angeles, California, as we go later into the day, as cancellations become more frequent. We should see somewhere around 1,500 or so by the end of the day, cancellations.
1,500 cancellations, and a huge number. Rally Caparas will be checking back with you, obviously, throughout the day. And for our viewers around the United States, as well as in Canada and beyond, remember, this is not just a problem affecting the eastern seaboard, the east coast of the United States. It could be affecting you as well.
Before you head out the door, perhaps for a flight today, let's talk right now to Rally Caparas from Travelocity Business. And what's that? I hear some trash talking regarding your Patriots win.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I know I'm obnoxious this morning, but I just had to show you.
What's on your jacket?
Well, look, it's the Patriots, of course.
Yeah.
The Red Sox with their World Series championship. Yes. You see that I have 2 Super Bowl championship patches here, and there's space for a third one. And then, of course, as loud as I can be.
So, you know how moms have brag books? You got a brag jacket, huh?
Oh, gosh, and I'm in my glory right now. The people here on the set, they want to kill me because I've been talking so much
trash talk.
Trash, I guess, is the best way to put it. Anyway,
there you go.
Delays today, folks. It's going to be a pretty decent day to fly unless you're headed up in towards Boston, New York, and Philly. Take a look at FlightExplorer.com this morning. You'll see what we're talking about here. 3,001 airplanes in the skies right now, and the weather seems to be clear everywhere except in the Northeast. Major delays as a result, and here's how it's going to work for you. Boston's Logan Airport, the snow's leaving, but the winds are kicking in, and expect poor visibility all day and 60-minute arrival delays as a result. New York City Metros and Philadelphia International Airports will see 60 to 90-minute arrival delays all day, low clouds, wind, and runway configuration problems later as those winds reach 25 to 30 knots in that region. Washington Dulles Airport, they too will suffer from the strong gusting winds, a reduced arrival capacity as a result, meaning 45 to 60-minute arrival delays there. Chicago O'Hare Airport will be the windy city for sure today. 25 to 30-knot winds this afternoon means 60 to 90-minute arrival delays, mostly during the evening rush period between about 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock p.m. in the Central Time Zone. And then there's the west half of the United States, an absolutely beautiful day for most, except for up there around Seattle, but don't expect any delays as a result. A great day for the western half, the east, a different story as you see. I'll be back in 30 minutes with more for you, Robin. I'll see you then.
Okay. Well, what are some of the things that you've been saying to people here that you can tell?
There was a big commercial on television where Peyton's going, cut that meat. I've been chanting that a lot. The Who's Your Daddy chant. I wish the Patriots fans would have chanted that out with the Pedro Martin. Who's your daddy, Peyton? You know, I know the emailers. I'm sorry, Indianapolis. She had a great year, but the Patriots are the Patriots, and that's just the way it is.
But you're showing your bias, huh?
You got it. I can't help it.
No fear here.
True Bostonian.
Thank you so much, Rally.
Sure.
Now, if you are preparing to evacuate or making some final preps for your weekend air travel, we do want to get you updated. Air traffic expert Rally Caparas has the very latest. Special treat this morning. He's actually at the Air Traffic Control System Command Center in Herndon, Virginia. I'm assuming in all of his glory. Good morning to you, Rally.
Good morning, Christy. Yes, this is the place that gave me the expertise, or at least most of the expertise, that brought me to CNN Headline News to do these reports. You know, who are they and what do they do? If you've ever been on an airplane on a tarmac and the pilot came on the intercom system as you were taxiing out and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, air traffic control has just advised me that we're going to have to shut down the airplane and sit here for just a little while," well, this is where those orders generate. And believe me, they don't want to do it any more than you want to sit there, because it makes their job that much more difficult. Their job is to make things operate smoothly and effectively, and 99% of the time, that's exactly what they do. Anyway, as we take a look at Francis and see exactly what the projected path is going to be over the next 36 hours or so, and right at 36 hours is the earliest time that they're expecting the storm to hit the Florida coast. We move over to the live shot, and you see where the actual storm is. It's huge. It's building. Heed the orders of the government. Get out of there if you can, and please do it quickly because it's on its way.
And it's April Fool's Day, and we have just a few wacky surprises coming up for you in this half hour. But you have to pay attention closely, so stay tuned. Okay, and weather today at 11 minutes under the hour. Let's find out where that really cold bubble that we showed you yesterday, it's still over the midwestern part of the United States, and we've said bye-bye to spring in many places. Here's Rally Caparas, and he has the goods on that today. Morning.
Good morning, Robin. Kind of a wet day in the Northeast today again.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it, huh?
3 days in a row now. Take a look at it. You can see this low pressure system has been sitting over the Northeast, folks. I don't have to tell you that. You've been getting slammed with lots of rain, poor visibility throughout the entire region, just spinning around for the last 2 days. Tomorrow you can expect to see it sitting right there once again. The temperatures in that region, much colder than it has been over the last couple of days. You move back towards the central part of the United States, over in the Great Lakes region, you'll have some overcast skies around Detroit and Chicago today, but things should be mostly comfortable as far as the temperatures are concerned. It's going to be very hot down here in the southwest. Once again, high pressure is settled in over Texas. A beautiful day there. Then over here, you see coming up out of Mexico, the southwest, we'll see some rain later on today, but it's not going to be anything significant. The west coast, windy along the coast. That's good because it helps blow all that fog that you see out there in the morning for your morning commutes if you're just getting up out of bed, which would be kind of early for you. But it will be very warm out there and windy on the west coast, but no real major weather events out there. The high temperatures for today, you're looking at very reasonable temperatures down here in the south. Nothing like what we saw last week. We saw 80 degrees here in Atlanta. It was up to 85 down in Miami. Well, it's a little cooler, unseasonably cool for this time of the year. It's middle of spring, or actually we just started the spring, so things should be warming up nicely. Up in the Northeast, it's looking like fall and early winter once again. It's cold, it's uncomfortable, it's a raw day. It's going to be a less than pleasurable day for sure in the Northeast, and you'll get more of that tomorrow. Sorry to say. I'll be back, well, someone will be back in my position in about a half hour with more for your national weather. Robin, back to you.
All right, smooth, very nice going there.
Thank you.
So you're saying no Virga today?
Well, there'll be Virga, but I'm not sure where.
I'm just teasing you, Rally. Thank you so much. Let's do the math. Let's see. You've had Carrie, Ray, Kenneth, and Rally. That means there's one left, and he's up next with entertainment. So you stick around on this April Fool's Day.
The fool again.